Hey folks, been a while. Don't really have a lot of time for videos, so I will keep this short. I saw this headline that got my attention big time. So here we go. The IRS is about to go beast mode. The Schumer Manchin bill has $45.6 billion to audit the middle class. You could read more about this in the Wall Street Journal if you like. The quote-unquote Inflation Reduction Act, backed by Biden, Schumer, and Manchin, gives $45.6 billion to the IRS to audit the middle class. So we're talking about money. We're talking about currency. This 45.6 might remind you of the number 456. It's an important number for many reasons, but people in the gematria decoding community, a lot of us talked about Squid Game from last year, the 45.6, and the 456 was a big deal. And just real quick about that show, and it's going to be some spoilers. So if you care about spoilers of the show Squid Game, fair warning, spoiler alert. I'm going to give out a major detail or two here. In that show, apparently 456 players, these contestants were gathered, many of them desperate for money. Some of them knowing that they were risking their lives. They wanted the chance to win this 45.6 billion won, this Korean money, 45.6 billion. The number of contestants in the game was 456. Off to the right, you can see player number 456 is the big spoiler. The person who won the big jackpot, the 45.6 billion, that was player number 456. I'll leave some links in the description box. I made some videos about this. Other decoders have made video about this. The 456 connected in other ways. This character, this main guy, this number 456, his name connected with the number 456 a few ways with gematria, where letters equal numbers. His name equaled 456. He was player 456, and he won the 45.6. Like I said, I'll leave links in the description box. I really don't want to talk a whole lot about that show, but this bill, this Manchin-Schumer bill, Schumer-Manchin bill, and this $45.6 billion obviously could remind you of the 45.6 billion won from Squid Game. And, we're going to look at Joe Manchin's birthday connected with Chuck Schumer's birthday, how 456 connects there, and we're going to talk about money. Again, this is about currency, money. Talked about currency and money, plutocracy, famous plutocrat Donald Trump. I talked about him in this video I did a while back. I talked about Donald Trump, how he's a plutocrat, and I talked about the day that Pluto was demoted, August 24th. Turns out Joe Manchin, his birthday is August 24th. 24th of August. Those numbers 248 connect with Pluto in many ways. Just look in the description box. But yeah, I talked about Donald Trump, plutocrat. And you can... It's interesting. You could look up and find out that after I published this video about plutocracy and Donald Trump and Squid Game, that they announced, I believe Netflix announced they were going to make a Squid Game reality show, and they announced it. The official announcement came on Donald Trump's birthday. Some would say that's not a mere coincidence. But that's where that word plutocracy and plutocrat, that comes from Pluto. God of the underworld, ruler of the underworld, the planet Pluto, named after such. That planet was demoted on August 24th. So again, Joe Manchin's birthday is Pluto demoted day. So if we look at his birthday last year, remember Squid Game came out last year, so we'll just use last year's birthday. You could use this for many different birthdays, pick a year, but sometimes leap year gets in the way, throwing it off by a day, throwing the count off. So just going from last year's birthday, Joe Manchin, August 24th, last year, going forward, 456 days. Remember, that's the big number, the 4.45.6, the 456 contestants. Anyway, Joe Manchin's birthday going forward, 456 days, brings you to Chuck Schumer's birthday, of all days. It's Fibonacci Day, November 23rd. That connects with money as well. So here's how. November 23rd is known as Fibonacci Day. And if you don't know, here's how. November 23rd can be written 1123, right? 1123, 1123. The first four numbers of the Fibonacci sequence are 1123. So 1123, 1123, Fibonacci Day. Chuck Schumer's birthday is Fibonacci Day. Fibonacci connects with the golden mean, the golden spiral, the golden ratio. Right? Gold. Money. You know, and then you have Joe Manchin connected with Pluto demoted day. Pluto, plutocrat, plutocracy. Donald Trump, the famous plutocrat. They announced the Squid Game reality show. Official announcement came on Donald Trump's birthday of all days. I mean, we could talk about a lot more, but like I said, I have to keep this short. Probably the biggest takeaway is, oh, you know what? I'm going to throw in a few more numbers here. Let's keep the 456, 45.6. Just remember, that's the big takeaway. So I'll throw out a few more numbers, maybe a couple dates, but remember, 456 is the big deal here. So if you've seen Squid Game, okay, you might remember near the beginning, probably the first episode, player number 456. Remember, he's supposed to go on to win it all, to win the 45.6. Player number 456 almost died, like in the first episode. And he was saved. Somebody saved his life. It was player number 199. And that's important here. Dan Barron pointed this out. Brilliant decoder. And he pointed out that it was player number 199. Well, the 199th prime number is 1217. So that could remind you of a few things. But 1217, right? That's December 17th, let's say, to 1217. Pope Francis. We're talking about francs. We're talking about money. We're talking about this reverse Frank Baconis cipher here. Check this out real quick. Not sure that I mentioned this yet, but if we use a cipher of gematria called reverse Frank Baconis, this takes into account capital letters, capital M and a capital S. Manchin, Schumer, or the Schumer Manchin bill. Schumer Manchin equals 456. And you can see it at the top of the screen. I reversed it. Manchin, Schumer. It doesn't matter. The point is the two capital letters, the M and the S. Manchin, Schumer equals 456. And remember, if we use Manchin's birthday from last year, August 24th, going forward, 456 days brings us to Schumer's birthday. But something that decoder Dan Barron pointed out about Squid Game was that player number 456 was supposed to die. He was going to die. It looked like he was going to die. And the person that saved him was player 199. 199th prime number is 1217. And that's the birthday of Pope Francis. And we're talking about this headline about beast mode, number of the beast system, Pope, all this. But forgetting all that for a second, Dan points out that from the release date of Squid Game last year, going forward 456 days brings you to Pope Francis's birthday this year. Forgetting prime numbers, just that alone was noteworthy. And then to find out it's the prime, it's the 199th, and it was player number 199 who saves the big winner, player number 456. Just so happens there's an English extended cipher of gematria where IRS, the letters IRS, equals 199. Dan went a lot deeper with the 199, but yeah, it was player 199 who saved the life of player 456. 456 days after the release of Squid Game brings us to Pope Francis's birthday this year. And as said, we could talk a lot more about this stuff, go further. I hope some number decoders see this and take this further. But big takeaway was the 456 here. And this article I read about the beast mode and the Schumer Mansion bill that has 45.6 billion to audit. And in reverse Frank Boconis, Mansion Schumer, or Schumer Mansion, equals 456.